And you're like, really, a shredder right now? Absolutely. I've never gotten more mail in my life than I do right now in the holiday season, because you get credit card offers, you get sale offers on everything. Everyone's trying to cut a deal right now, and this is the way that you protect your name, your address, Social Security, bank card statements, all of that. Right now, we've got it at under $100. The comparable retail is $121.66. We want to save you close to $22, and it is a while supplies last. We only have this price while we have the supply. Can't promise it's going to be here for forever. I'm going to see Craig in 1 second, but I'm going to share with you colors first, because this one happens to be the burgundy. We sold out of a color already.
Yep.
We also have the navy, which is a beautiful navy. I own the one, actually the previous iteration, that is black. Bought it when it was an 80 cut, 80 sheet,
It's still an awesome shredder you have at home.
Or something, right? So now I have envy. This one happens to be the gold. Rose gold, and then we also have the silver. E233076 is your item number. Craig Smith is one of our electronics experts. I'm keeping my today's special value on just because it's nice and warm here. Nice to see you.
You look nice and comfortable there,
I actually feel a little regal. I feel like a queen because the collar goes up so high.
It's almost like an ascot for you.
It is.
There. Okay, that'll work.
Since I'm watching The Crown, it all works.
Okay.
So this is the microcut shredder.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about this one.
Well, first of all, there's a couple things that separate this from your regular everyday shredder that you're going to find at all the stores. The first thing is that microcut technology. This is something that Royal does, a company that's been around since 1904. With microcut, you take a regular piece of paper like this, 8.5 by 11. You turn it in to over 1,100 little pieces. So now when you have all that personal information that you don't want to share with the world, old paycheck stubs, tax forms, bank statements, investment statements, you put it through this paper shredder, and it gets pulverized. The other really cool thing is that it has this auto feed tray here on the top. The reason I love this is because if you've been hanging on to a whole stack of documents, you've been putting them over on the corner, you've been sticking them over to the side next to your filing cabinet and saying, hey, you know what? I'll throw that out at my community day, or I'll throw that out eventually after the holidays. With this auto feed tray, you can take up to 100 pages that aren't stapled together, and you put them in this auto feed tray. Guess what? Shredding is no longer a chore. You can just walk away from this machine, and it will pull them through one page at a time. And now you don't have to do anything.
Nope.
You'll get rid of those taxes from 1999. You can get rid of 5 years worth of cable bills that for some reason you've been holding on to. Just put it in that auto feed tray, one page at a time gets pulled through, and all your personal information gets pulverized. And you know who's not going to get it? The bad guys.
Yep.
The bad guy that's trying to steal your identity, that's trying to get your personal information. And that's what they do, unfortunately. A lot of people are out there trying to get personal information, so therefore they can ruin your credit. They can take out a loan in your name. They can buy something on your account. You don't want that to happen? Put your personal data right through a shredder.
You know what? And I'm going to say that, of course, I have that personal story where my bank account was compromised. And so I'm hypersensitive about making sure that my personal information, and that's name, address, social security number, bank account numbers, those checks that they send you that are blank, and they're like, here, we sent you some extra checks. I'm like, okay, well, how do I get rid of those? And this is the way you do it. So I use the Guard Your ID, one that you can roll over something, and the shredder, because I want to make sure that my financial house is protected. And it's simply insurance. You know, I mean, people are getting a little bit trickier, a little bit wiser or smarter about kind of gaming the system, and sometimes you're the system. And I don't want that to be the case. And I love that this actually can take staples, and I love that it can take envelopes, and we're checking out some video right now, Craig.
Yeah, you'll be using this on a regular basis. So if you do get that envelope you just want to get rid of, or some of that, individual papers that are stapled together, up to 9 will go through that front slot. And there's that auto feed tray. I also love the fact this becomes fully assembled to your door. Take it out of the box. Even the caster wheels that are on the bottom, they're already on there too. All you have to do is simply plug it into a wall outlet. The fact that it's on wheels, it rolls right underneath your desk, right underneath a countertop somewhere. Maybe you want to keep this near your trash can where you first walk into the house. So therefore you get your mail at the end of the day and you go, wow, I got 7 things that have nothing to do with me whatsoever. I got a credit card offer here. I got an old medical statement there, and drop it right into the shredder. Even whole envelopes will go through that front slot. It has the LED lights on the display and a 4.5-gallon bin, so you don't have to pull this out that often to actually empty it. But that micro cut, once you throw that into the trash, guess what? The bad guys are not going to get your social security number, your medical information, or anything else that you do not want to share with the world, because you dropped it into a Royal shredder.
And you know what? Here's the thing. You just feel more powerful. Like, I always feel like I'm taking care of my financial house. I'm protecting my house. Like,
Sure.
I'm being a good soldier and protecting the fortress. The black one is the one that I have in the previous iteration. So it was 8 sheets, 8 sheet and like an 80 sheet one.
80 auto feed tray, yes.
And this one's more. This one's better, and I paid more for mine. This is under $100. This is $16.66 for you to consider it insurance to protect you and your family and your loved ones. If you work hard for your money, Donna Summer, you should definitely protect that house. Rose gold, and then also the silver. Free shipping and handling. Remember, everything in this show is free. The burgundy is the most limited now. This is a while supplies last price. So we get a finite number of them. We get to sell them at a rock bottom price. We're saving you 21 bucks. And we also only have a certain amount. And then here, the burgundy is the most limited. And then we also have your navy. And I wanted to give you measurements on this because you were talking about it has wheels. It weighs 18 pounds, but it has wheels. So I move mine from my office to my kitchen. And sometimes it's just right around where the mail comes in. 19.5 inches high. And you are going to see that it's about 8.5 inches wide.
Yep, so
Okay.
it's going to be nice and easy to roll underneath that desk. We actually had this clear bin here custom made just to show you what's happening to those pieces of paper once you drop it in the shredder. So I'm using the burgundy one here. If you do choose the burgundy, you'll get the burgundy bin that has that nice big square cutout there.
Nice.
So you can see once the bin starts to get filled. But this is what's happening to those pieces of paper. Every individual 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that you put through this shredder, it gets turned into over 1,100 pieces.
Nice.
And that's not true with all shredders.
Let's talk about what they were.
Yeah,
Down here.
That's why we have those 3 bins right
Yeah.
there. So that's talking about strip cut shredders. So the first shredders that started to show up in people's homes were like this. This is 25 pages of red, 25 pages of yellow with a cross-cut shredder. By the way, this is still very popular out there at a lot of stores. What makes Royal different? Why do you want a Royal shredder instead of somebody else? Right here. It's micro-cut shredding. So 25 pages of micro-cut not only takes up less space, but it also pulverizes that piece of paper into much smaller pieces. So they're not going to get that Social Security number or any other data off of your personal papers.
And I like that we're doing this right now because you could be like, I could get a shredder at any time. No, no, no. The reason you want that shredder now is because of all the kind of solicitations you're getting right now that have your name and address on them. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I get something and they send me the reverse address little stickers. I'm like, I have a gajillion, like where I live, address stickers that I'm like, what am I going to do with those?
You don't want them.
I don't want them. Put them through the shredder, $16.66. I do want to let you know that I have my pick of the show, and that's Mally. She's coming up a little bit later, and it happens to be full